Are our otters becoming a problem? Well, otters living here in Singapore among Singapore housing estates, they may be relocated to places with natural food sources to reduce conflict with humans. Now, the National Parks Board can also resort to sterilisation as part of ramped-up efforts to manage the growing otter population. Lauren Ong with this report.
They're not your typical residents in Seletar Hills. Under this footpath is where 6 otters used to live in what's known as holts. To prevent from foraging in the neighborhood, they've since been moved to this place with natural food sources. The relocation is the first of its kind, as the National Parks Board looks for more ways to manage otter numbers, which also includes sterilisation.
This can never be an overnight ops. If we do want to do future transfers, it will be multiple days. I wouldn't be surprised if it could even go up to a couple of weeks. So it's about making the otters feel comfortable. It's about making them do what we want, which is to come out of the holt.
There are now 170 otters in about 17 families in Singapore. That's more than double over the past 5 years. Senior Minister of State for National Development Tan Kit Hao says moving otters to new habitats can also reduce human-wildlife encounters. Earlier this year, a bevy of otters in Seletar entered a pond in a private home and killed more than 50 fish. 2 weeks ago, a resident in Berrima Road woke up to carcasses of some 50 fish in his pond.
They were all dead. So it was a very shocking state of affairs because these koi's had been with us for over 20 plus years.
He's since been advised by NParks to install fences that are electric or taller than 1.2 meters.
Now, then we have to ask ourselves what is the purpose of having a koi pond of this nature and of this design is to create a certain kind of ambience for the landscape. The koi's are supposed to be visible for us.
Experts don't expect any otter transfers anytime soon, but add that people will have to coexist more with wildlife as the city becomes greener.
So, development of those visions is wildlife living amongst us, and it's only the most adaptable wildlife that's able to do it. So in the case of the otters, when they returned to Singapore, they took to the fish in our waterways so well.
Personally, if you ask me, the term natural habitat, right, within Singapore, it's kind of tricky really, because a lot of the animals, they are adapted well to urban living. They're living close to people, whether we like it or not. So slowly over time, they will start venturing out.
Still, there's a limit on how much Singapore can support these endangered species. Many still end up dying in road accidents or territorial battles.